Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're jumping into something that, well, a lot of short-term rental folks tend to dread. Guest complaints.
Definitely a source of stress.
Right. We see them as problems, headaches, maybe even review nightmares waiting to happen. But what if that whole view is kind of backward?
What if they're actually valuable?
Exactly. What if complaints are more like a gold mine for improving your business? So, our mission today, we're going to flip that script for you. We want to unpack how really truly effective complaint resolution in STRs can turn a potential disaster into, well, a genuine success story.
It's totally possible.
We've dug into some great sources focusing on practical hands-on strategies, stuff that actually works to turn unhappy guests into, believe it or not, your biggest fans. And we'll use examples from managing properties in the Kavala region, places like Panagia, Nea Iraklitsa, to make it really concrete. This isn't just theory, right? It's about real results.
Absolutely. Grounded in experience.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, let's do it. And, it really starts with that mindset shift, doesn't it? Complaints.
Yep.
They're just going to happen. It's part of the business.
No getting around it.
Nope. No matter how perfect you try to be. But when they do come up, thinking of them not as attacks, but as, well, gifts almost.
Gifts. Okay, explain that.
Well, they're opportunities, right? Opportunities to show off amazing hospitality, maybe even fix something you didn't know was broken, and just fundamentally get better at what you do. What we've seen managing, over 50 properties around Kavala since 2014 is that handling these well. It's part art, part science, and it can really turn a negative into a huge positive.
Okay, I like that. Art and science.
So let's dig into the why behind it, the psychology. What are guests really after when they complain? Our sources show, pretty consistently actually, that most complaints come down to unmet expectations. It's usually not just about the thing itself, like a broken chair.
Okay, so it's deeper than that.
Yeah, like imagine someone books your place in Nea Iraklitsa because it says stunning sea view. They get there and oops, there's some construction kind of blocking part of it.
Ah, okay. Not what they pictured.
Exactly. So their complaint isn't just, hey, the view isn't perfect. It's more about feeling misled,
No.
that perfect vacation dream they had. It's been dented.
Gotcha. So it's not just the faulty Wi-Fi. It's the broken promise of being able to work remotely without hassle. That feeling of frustration, maybe even feeling a bit ripped off.
Precisely. That's the emotional core of it. And bridging that gap is key.
So how do you even start when someone's feeling that disappointment?
Well, the first thing to realize is that the guests who actually complain, they're often the more engaged ones.
Really? How so?
Think about it. They could just stay quiet, suffer through it, and then leave you a terrible review later, right?
Yeah, it happens all the time.
But instead, they're reaching out. They're giving you a chance right now to make it right before they hit submit on that review.
Huh. Never thought of it that way. It's like an invitation.
Exactly. It's a fundamental mindset shift. See it as an opportunity, not a threat. They want things to be good, and they're asking for your help to get there.
Okay. That makes sense.
And this whole expectation thing gets even more layered in a place like Kavala. Think about the summer season.
Peak season? Yeah. Pack.
Right. You've got families, maybe from Bulgaria, Germany. They've planned this trip for months, maybe even years. Their expectations are sky high. The emotional investment is huge.
So small issues feel bigger to them.
Potentially, yeah. Then compare that to, say, an off-season business traveler. They might not care about a slightly worn cushion, but if the Wi-Fi is flaky in their Kavala City apartment...
Big problem if they need to work.
Huge problem. Or inadequate heating in winter. Different guests, different non-negotiables, different complaint triggers. It's all about context.
Understanding that context, that psychology, that's powerful. It means you're better prepared when a complaint does land. And speaking of landing, speed matters, right? Our sources talk about the golden hour.
Oh, massively. That first hour is absolutely critical. There's this one stat that's just, wow. Complaints handled within the first hour. They have something like a 78% resolution rate without needing to escalate.
78%. That's huge.
It is. Compare that to waiting 24 hours.
Yeah.
The rate drops to like 34%. Big difference.
Okay, so you need a plan for that immediate response.
Definitely. We push the LEP method, especially in STRs where guests feel a bit vulnerable, maybe in an unfamiliar place.
LEP. Okay, break that down.
So L is listen actively. Really listen. Let them get it all out. No interrupting. Just hearing someone out can honestly diffuse half the tension right there.
Show you're actually hearing them.
Exactly. Use phrases like, okay, I understand your frustration, or thank you for letting me know about this. Then E is empathize genuinely. Acknowledge their feelings. Not necessarily admitting fault yet, but showing you get why they're upset.
Like, I can see why that would be disappointing.
Okay. Perfect. Way better than a robotic apology. Then A is apologize appropriately. A sincere sorry for the inconvenience it's causing them. I'm really sorry this has impacted your stay. It goes a long way.
Okay. Listen, empathize, apologize.
What's P? P is present solutions. And key here is offer options if you can. Give them some control back. Shows you're committed to fixing it, even if the first idea isn't perfect.
Right. Give them agency. Makes sense. And thinking about places like Kavala's Old Town, lots of international visitors.
Oh, yeah.
Language must be a factor, too.
Oh, absolutely. Having some basic template responses ready in, say, English, German, Bulgarian, Greek, that's not just a nice touch. It can be the difference between hitting that golden hour or not. Reduces friction massively.
Smart. Speeds things up.
Exactly. And that kind of leads us into technology, doesn't it? How modern hosts, especially in competitive spots like Kavala, use tech. It's not just about gadgets, it's strategic.
Okay, the essential tech stack. What's in it?
Well, first, unified messaging systems. Pulling messages from Airbnb, Booking.com, direct emails, all into one place. You'd be surprised how much time gets lost just finding the message in the first place. That golden hour slips away fast.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, what else?
Automated response templates are useful, not robotic ones, but pre-written starting points for common stuff, maybe customized with local info, like directions to the nearest pharmacy in Paleocycliki if someone asks.
Saves time, keeps it consistent.
Right. And then the big one, guest profile systems, or CRMs. Good CRMs don't just track past complaints. Some can even start to flag potential future issues.
Whoa, how does that work? Predictive complaints.
Sort of. Based on patterns, maybe. Like, if a guest previously asked a lot about Wi-Fi speed and they're booking a unit where it's occasionally spotty, or they booked based on a view that you know now has that minor construction issue, it helps you get ahead of it.
Okay, that is a leap from just reacting to maybe even preventing. But doesn't all this tech risk making it feel impersonal, especially in Greece, known for its warm hospitality? How do you balance efficiency with that personal touch? What does this mean for you listening?
Great question. The key is using tech to enable the personal touch, not kill it. So for Kavala properties, tech helps you manage your network of local heroes, the plumber, the electrician, the cleaner who's available 24/7.
The support network.
Exactly. Having those reliable local folks on speed dial, maybe dispatched via a simple task management system integrated with your messages, that turns a major headache, like a burst pipe, into a same-day fix. To the guest, that feels incredibly personal and super efficient, even if the initial alert came through an automated system.
Right, the tech works behind the scenes to make the human solution faster and smoother.
Precisely. It's about having that well-oiled, almost invisible support team ready.
Makes total sense. Okay, but not all complaints are about leaky pipes. Some are more subjective. Do different types need totally different strategies?
Yeah, you definitely need tailored approaches. Let's hit a couple of big ones common in places like Kavala. Cleanliness issues. These are probably the most damaging, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, for sure. First impression, right?
Yeah.
If it's not clean, everything else feels off.
Exactly. Guest arrives at their Nea Iraklitsa beach house, kicks off their shoes, and finds sand from the last person. Immediate mood killer.
Ugh, yeah.
So action has to be immediate. Cleaning staff there within, say, 2 hours max, offer temporary space if it's really bad, and always follow up later to make sure they're happy. And for beach towns, enhanced cleaning for sand and salt is just non-negotiable, needs to be part of the process.
Good point. Okay, what's another big category?
Amenity failures. Think broken AC in July in Kavala. Brutal.
Oh, yeah. Or the Wi-Fi going down for that remote worker we mentioned.
Exactly. You need backups ready, portable fans stashed away, a mobile hotspot you can drop off, maybe even a deal with a local cafe that has rock-solid internet. Be prepared.
Proactive solutions. And what about those expectation issues? The view wasn't quite what the picture showed, kind of way.
Yes. When guests feel misled. That requires radical honesty. Acknowledge it directly, offer generous compensation, and, crucially, update your listing immediately. Fix the description, change the photos, don't let it happen again. That builds way more trust long-term.
Transparency is key there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've dealt with the immediate problem. Now comes compensation. But you're saying it's not just about throwing money at it.
Not at all. It's about restoring the experience. That's the goal. What's fascinating here is how compensation can become a tool for building loyalty, not just fixing a mistake.
An investment almost.
Exactly. We talk about a compensation hierarchy. Think of it in layers.
Okay, hierarchy. Lay it out.
Top layer, service recovery, simple stuff, often free for you. Late checkout, early check-in, maybe an extra cleaning during their stay. Easy wins.
Right. Low cost, high perceived value sometimes.
Then, experience enhancement. This is where you get creative and local. A voucher for that amazing taverna down the street in Paleosifliki, a free boat trip from the Kavala port, a local wine tasting, things that create a positive new memory.
Replacing the negative with a positive experience. Clever.
Often worth more than cash. Below that, monetary compensation. Partial refunds, credits for a future stay. Standard stuff, but use it thoughtfully.
And the bottom layer.
4 really major issues. Full resolution. That might mean a full refund, plus help finding and maybe even paying for alternative accommodation. You save the relationship even if you lose the booking revenue.
Wow, okay. And you mentioned considering the guest's value.
Absolutely critical. That repeat guest who books your Nea Iraklitsa villa for 2 weeks every single summer, they have a high lifetime value. You treat their issue with, let's say, extra generosity compared to a first-time one-night guest. It's just smart business. Protect that future revenue and those potential referrals.
That makes a lot of sense, thinking long-term. But, even better than getting good at fixing complaints.
Is stopping them before they even start. Prevention.
Exactly. How did the really successful operators pull that off?
It's about shifting from reactive to proactive. That's the real game changer. It dramatically cuts down how often complaints happen and how bad they are when they do.
Okay, so what are these pre-arrival prevention strategies?
It starts with communication. Super detailed welcome info, like really comprehensive guides. Think diagrams for the tricky parking on those narrow Kavala streets. Clear instructions for the beach access path in Nea Iraklitsa that might be hidden. Remove the guesswork.
Manage expectations proactively.
Totally. And that means being brutally honest in your listing descriptions. Amenities, neighborhood quirks, potential downsides like maybe construction nearby, or that the balcony view is partial. Don't oversell.
Under promise, over deliver. The classic.
It works. And of course, regular property checks, catching that wobbly chair leg or dripping faucet before the guest finds it, analyzing past feedback for patterns.
Okay, it's run pre-arrival. What about during the stay?
During stay prevention, smooth check-ins are huge. Whether it's you meeting them or a seamless digital process, it's a chance to spot issues immediately, like they can't figure out the thermostat. Address it now.
Don't wait for them to get frustrated.
Right. And maybe even reaching out proactively mid-stay. A quick message, hey, just checking in, is everything okay? Shows you care. And, of course, super fast response to any minor maintenance needs that pop up. Fix the small stuff before it becomes a big complaint.
Again, adapting this for Kavala seasons, right? Summer checks focus on AC, pool, beach stuff. Winter checks on heating, maybe indoor entertainment.
Exactly. Anticipating those seasonal pressure points.
Okay, so we've covered managing complaints, compensating, preventing. But how do you actually know if it's all working? Beyond just, crossing your fingers for good reviews.
Measurement. They got to track the data. It's key for improvement.
What kind of data? What are the essential metrics?
Few key ones. Response time. Average time from complaint hitting your inbox to your first reply. Aim for under that golden hour. Resolution rate. What percentage are resolved to the guest's satisfaction? Escalation rate. How often do you need a manager or owner to step in? Keep that low.
Okay, makes sense. What else?
Review recovery. This is interesting. What percentage of guests who complained actually leave a positive review after you resolve it? Shows how effective your recovery is. And repeat complaint rate? Are you seeing the same issue pop up again and again? That points to a systemic problem you need to fix properly.
Like that parking example in Central Kavala, if everyone's complaining.
Exactly. Don't just keep giving directions. Partner with a local garage. Create a super clear video guide. Update the listing aggressively. Use the data to fix the root cause.
So the complaints documented become this amazing knowledge base.
Totally. It guides improvements, spots gaps in your service, maybe even suggests new market opportunities. It tells you where to invest your time and money.
And it really drives home that point. In this review-heavy world, how you fix problems can sometimes impress people even more than if everything was perfect to begin with. Some of the best reviews come after a problem well handled.
It's absolutely true. It builds incredible trust and loyalty.
Okay, let's maybe touch on some more advanced stuff and those Kavala specifics.
Sure. So beyond the basics, think about complaint pattern analysis more deeply. If 3 guests in a row mention the Wi-Fi is slow in the evening at your Nea Iraklitsa place, don't just reboot the router, investigate. Maybe you need a better plan or a mesh system. Use the pattern to find the real fix.
Dig deeper than the surface complaint.
Yeah, and for Kavala specifically, really understand local infrastructure quirks. Be proactive about potential power flickers in summer storms or water pressure issues in older buildings in Panaja. Mentioning these possibilities up front with workarounds manages expectations. Parking is a perennial issue in central Kavala. Tackle it head-on in your listing and pre-arrival info.
What about follow-up? After you think it's fixed?
Crucial. Don't just fix it and forget it. Use a follow-up framework. Maybe a check-in 24 hours after the fix. Is everything still okay? An end-of-stay quick check. Hope the rest of your trip was great. A post-departure feedback request. Maybe even for high-value guests, a quick hope you had a safe trip home email 30 days later. It reinforces that connection.
Oh, that's thorough. Keeping the relationship warm.
Builds loyalty. And just briefly, don't forget the legal side. Keep good records. Greek tourism laws require certain documentation. Understand your insurance. And always comply with platform rules from Airbnb, Booking.com, etc.
Good reminders. Okay, looking ahead then, what's the future look like? Is it all AI bots handling complaints?
Ha! Not entirely, but AI and automation will play a bigger role, I think. Moving beyond just templated responses to actually predicting potential complaints.
How so?
Imagine AI analyzing booking data, guest profiles, maybe even local weather forecasts, and historical issues for that specific unit. It might flag, high chance this guest will find the AC inadequate based on forecasts and past feedback. That lets you be truly proactive, maybe check the AC before they arrive, or send a message preemptively.
Personalized pre-problem solving.
Exactly, and recovery will get more personalized too. Instead of a generic 10% off, AI might help suggest a recovery option tailored to that guest's profile or past preferences. Maybe they mentioned loving local history, offer a free museum pass, more bespoke.
Very cool. Okay, let's make this really concrete now. Can you share a few real-world examples from the sources, turnarounds where things went wrong but ended brilliantly?
Love these. Okay, case study 1. The flooded bathroom in Anea Paramos villa. Nightmare scenario, right? Family arrives, pipes burst.
Yikes.
Immediate action. Got pros in ASA. Moved the family to a similar, maybe even slightly better property nearby for that first night. Gave them vouchers for a nice dinner out. They didn't need cooking stress. Then threw in a complimentary boat trip over to Thasos and added an extra day to their stay. Free.
Wow, that's going above and beyond.
It was. The result, glowing 5-star review mentioning the amazing response and how we saved their vacation. They booked again the next year. Disaster averted. Loyalty gained.
Incredible. Okay, example 2.
The noisy construction. Happened right next door to a Kavala city center apartment. Started after the guest checked in. Unforeseeable.
Ouch. Nothing you can do about the noise itself.
Right. So first, immediate apology and acknowledgement. Offer to move to a quieter place we managed in Panaja. They liked the location and wanted to stay, so we provided high-quality noise-canceling headphones, bought them daily breakfast at a quiet cafe nearby, and gave a 30% refund plus a credit for a future stay.
So mitigating the impact since you couldn't stop the cause.
Exactly. That guest became a regular, sent several referrals our way, handled well, even when the core problem was outside our control.
Fantastic. One more.
The missing beach access. This was a Nea Iraklitsa apartment listed as beachfront, but some unusual seasonal erosion had temporarily made the direct path unsafe. Guest arrived expecting easy beach access.
Ah, that expectation mismatch again.
Yep. So we arranged free daily transport for them to another beautiful, easily accessible beach nearby. Provided beach chairs, umbrella, cooler, the works. Organized a special sunset dinner cruise for them one evening. And, crucially, immediately updated the listing photos and description to be crystal clear about the temporary access issue. Offered a 20% discount for future stays, too.
Addressing the immediate need, adding value, and fixing the source problem.
You got it. Result. They actually extended their stay, left great feedback, became advocates for the property, highlighting how well we handled it.
Those stories really nail it, don't they? Complaints aren't the end of the world. They're forks in the road.
Exactly. Opportunities for growth, for connection, for standing out. Especially in a busy market.
It drives home that core message. Perfect service isn't really about never messing up. That's impossible.
Right. It's about perfect recovery. How you respond when things do go wrong. That's where the magic happens. That's where you build incredibly strong bonds. Stronger sometimes than if everything had just been okay from the start.
That loyalty loop you mentioned. Fixing a problem well creates a stronger connection.
It really can. Turns a potentially negative experience into a testament to your care and commitment. They become advocates.
So connecting this to the bigger picture,
Mm-hmm.
it really reframes your whole approach to hospitality, doesn't it? It's not about fear of failure. It's about confidence in your ability to recover.
Beautifully put. That's exactly it.
So the final thought for you, our listeners.
Yeah, I'd say this. The guests who complain today, they genuinely could become your most valuable ambassadors tomorrow, but only if you meet their concerns with real care, with creativity, and with the commitment they deserve. Remember, in hospitality, it's often not what goes wrong that defines you, but how magnificently you make it right.
A powerful idea to wrap up on. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope these insights help you see complaints in a new light and give you the tools to turn your own challenges into gold mines.